Hi, I'm David Loeb. Welcome to the September 5th episode of Learning Points from the Common Game. We begin with a look at the three most common auctions on board 1. If East-West are playing 2/1 game force with one no trump semi-forcing, the auction is short and sweet. East opens one spade. Playing 2/1 game force, West isn't strong enough to force to game with the 2-club response, so West must respond one no trump. Since one no trump is semi-forcing, East is expected to pass with a balanced hand which would not accept an invitation, which is exactly what East has. So the auction ends at one no trump. You can see on a low heart lead that South's heart 10 is finessed, and with East holding the 8 of hearts and West holding the Queen 9 and a little one at this point, that declare can establish another heart trick. They can knock out the Spade Ace and have 2 spade tricks. With clubs breaking 3-2, declare can establish 4 club tricks. So you can see that declare can win 9 tricks in no trump without risking the diamond finesse. At tables where East-West play standard American, West's 11 high card points are sufficient for a 2-club response. Standard American, a 2/1 response shows invitational or better values. East uses the default rebid of Standard American, which is to repeat your spade suit, repeat your major. This doesn't promise extra length. It is just simply the expected bid when you don't have anything to say. Now, West has 2 bids which would show invitational values. They can bid 2 no trump or raise or repeat their club suit. So West club suit is rather weak. They have good stoppers in diamonds and hearts. Now, there's certainly an unbalanced hand with the spade void, but East should have spades well under control. So rather than repeating the club suit with a weak 5-card suit, West prefers to bid 2 no. East is a minimum opener. They will not be accepting an invitation, so the auction ends at 2 no. And just like we discussed before, after a low heart lead, declare is likely to be making 9 tricks. The third likely auction on board 1 is where East-West play 2/1 game force with one no trump forcing. So East opens one spade. West isn't strong enough to bid 2 clubs playing 2/1 game force. They just have 11 high card points. So they must respond one no. Since one no trump is forcing under these agreements, East cannot pass. Now, East doesn't have a suit to bid. They don't have a 4-card side suit. They don't have a 6 spade. So East needs to manufacture a bid. So East will bid 2 clubs on their 3-card suit. Now, this is a particularly difficult auction because East's point range is very wide. So on an auction that begins 1 spade, 1 no trump, 2 clubs, East could have anywhere from 11 high card points to a bad 18, an 18 count where they're not quite willing to force the game with a jump shift. So that wide point range makes the auction difficult when East is potentially forced to manufacture a bid. Here they're bidding a 3-card club suit. Now East distribution isn't well known, and they've got a wide high card point range. So it basically playing one no trump forcing makes a difficult auction a bit more difficult. Now, after East's 2-club bid, West needs to show their invitational values. There's 2 bids available for them to do so. West certainly knows that there's no heart fit or diamond fit. East could have bid 2 diamonds, and East could have bid 2 hearts if they had a 4-card side suit. So knowing that there's not a heart or a diamond fit, the bids to show invitational values are repeating the club suit, so bidding 3 clubs, or bidding 2 no trump. Now, East has shown at least 3 clubs on this auction, so West knows that there is a 8-card or better club fit, and playing clubs, roughs could potentially be used to set up a long trick in spades. So because clubs are a potential source of tricks in a no trump contract, and because roughs may be useful, West prefers to emphasize the club suit, and they raise to 3 clubs. East doesn't want to take another bid with a minimum opener, so the auction ends at 3 clubs. So if South does not lead a heart, declarer can potentially take 11 tricks if they're willing to risk a roughing finesse in spades. If a heart is led, then North-South can take the first 2 tricks and they'll later win a club trick. So the best declarer can do is 10 tricks. Declarer can see that it's likely that 9 tricks will be available in no trump. So that would score 150, and 3 clubs making 4 would only score 130. So if there isn't a heart lead, declarer shouldn't be satisfied with potentially scoring 130. It makes sense to risk the roughing finesse against the spade ace in an effort to make 11 tricks and tie the score, tie some of the pairs that are playing in no trump. So if declarer risks the roughing finesse, which succeeds on this hand, and they get the diamonds right, declarer can make 11 tricks, which will tie the score of many other tables playing in no trump. If you were interested in an article discussing the pros and cons of one no trump forcing and one no trump semi-forcing, please visit LoebBridge.com and take a look at the one no trump forcing or semi-forcing article. I'll leave a link to that article in the description of this video. Moving on to board 2, South opens 1 club. North, with 5 hearts, responds 1 heart, showing 4 more hearts, and is forcing for 1 round. South is strong enough to jump to 4 hearts. North has 12 support points in support of hearts, but that is based largely on their void in partner's club suit. North doesn't have any key cards in support of hearts, so North isn't likely to make a move towards slam. The auction ends at 4 hearts. If a club is led against 4 hearts, that will help declarer establish club winners, and declarer will easily make 12 tricks. If a diamond is led, that will help declarer establish a 3rd diamond trick, and declarer can make 12 tricks by roughing 2 spades in the shorthand. Remember that roughs in the shorthand create extra tricks. A spade lead doesn't help declarer. Declarer is going to need to develop their tricks on their own, and declarer may want to rough in the shorthand. So If declare ruffed 2 spades in the shorthand, that would consume the heart 2 and the heart jack. If they additionally try to ruff a diamond in the shorthand, that would consume the heart ace or king. So now declare would need a singleton heart queen in order to avoid a heart loser. So declare can't really afford to try to ruff 3 cards in the shorthand. So declare should be considering other lines of play. Because dummy, the shorthand, has strong hearts, and because dummy has a lot of entries, those are 2 of the factors that make a dummy reversal attractive. So declare should look to be ruffing in the long hand, and you do need to ruff more often in the shorthand, in the long hand, to create extra tricks. But a dummy reversal is a very flexible line of play with this dummy and declare. So if an extra trick can be generated in clubs, then declare's in a good position to make 12 tricks. So for instance, if they were able to rough out the ace of clubs, another club trick would be available. If clubs don't cooperate, it may still be possible that the diamonds lie favorably, and a third trick in diamonds might be available. That would position declare to make 12 tricks if hearts cooperate. There might be a squeeze available between the clubs, the diamonds, and the spades. That might be another way to make 12 tricks. So playing a dummy reversal has a lot of flexibility and high upside. Here, the clubs are very cooperative, and a dummy reversal allows declare to make 12 tricks. We will conclude with a look at board 3. South opens 1 club, and North has a choice between responding 1 diamond or jumping to 3 no trump. Now, North doesn't have any stoppers in hearts, and they don't have a positional honor in spades. The spade ace is a non-positional honor. It will take a trick whether it's led up to or led through. A positional honor like the king or the queen benefits from having the lead come up to it. Hopefully when you took 2/1 game force lessons, your teacher emphasized the importance of right-siding no trump contracts and having the lead come up to your positional honors. North recalls those teachings and recognizes that it may be beneficial for South to declare a no trump contract to protect their positional honors. So North prefers to respond 1 diamond. North's 1 no trump rebid shows a minimum opener with a balanced hand, and now North is in a position to place the contract in 3 no trump, happy that any positional honors that South has in hearts or spades is protected from the opening lead. Now, the auction strongly suggests a major suit lead, right? Clubs have been bid by South, diamonds have been bid by North. Nobody looked for a major suit fit, so it makes sense to lead a major. Now, leading from ace queen third will often blow a trick. So West is likely to prefer the spade jack lead, hoping to catch their partner with long spades. Now, from declare's perspective, the spade jack could be a singleton, it could be top of a doubleton, it could be an honor lead from jack 10 third or longer, it could be an inner sequence lead. So from a holding like king jack 10 or king jack 10 fourth or longer, the spade jack would be the standard lead. Now, declare sees that East is the dangerous hand. They don't want East to get on lead. and potentially shoot a heart through them. So they're likely to get it right and go up with the spade ace. Now, this board is instructive as to why you don't want to play coded 10s and 9s on the opening lead. Coded 10s and 9s is a perfectly fine convention, but you don't want to play it until trick 2 because it's just too helpful to declare on the opening lead. So playing coded 10s and 9s, the spade jack denies a higher honor. From an inner sequence lead, King Jack 10 fourth, for example, West would have led the 10. So because Jack denies a higher honor, declarer knows for certain that East has the spade king. So even though playing standard leads, declarer shouldn't get this right, or shouldn't get this wrong, playing coded 10s and 9s, even the greediest declarer will know that they should go up with the spade ace. Now, in terms of the play from there, declarer should take a look at the diamond suit and see if it's breaking. So they should cash 2 high diamonds. When East shows out on the second round of diamonds, declarer has a marked finesse against the diamond jack in West's hand. Now declarer should turn to clubs. Declarer doesn't want to block the club suit, so they cash the queen first and lead another club. When the jack falls, declarer has 5 club tricks, and after cashing the clubs, they take the marked finesse in diamonds, and they have 5 diamond tricks. So declarer collects 11 tricks, 1 spade, 5 diamonds, and 5 clubs. So this is an example of how important it is to right-side a contract. You can see that if North had jumped to the 3-no trump, right, if the auction had gone 1 club past 3-no, an opening heart lead could allow East-West to take the first 5 tricks. Right? Now it's conceivable that the defense will get the hearts wrong and that they'll block it. They really shouldn't, but that could happen. But even in that case, declarer is held to 10 tricks because the defense takes the first 3 tricks. So even if the heart suit gets blocked, declarer will not be able to take the 11 tricks that are available had they right-sided the contract. If you'd like to learn more about right-siding contracts, the 3rd lesson of our 2/1 Game Force series is available, and I will leave a link for that in the description of this video. Thanks for playing in the common game. Please visit LoebBridge.com for articles and video lessons to help you advance your skills and increase your enjoyment of our great game. Please subscribe to LoebBridge, comment on this video, and hit the like button. Thanks again.